So I hope that you are starting to get an idea why self-awareness is so important. In this section, we are going to show you a few exercises that will help you to bring your awareness into everyday life. I have already provided you with a few simple questions such as, what am I doing? How do I feel? These are the basic questions which are actually bringing out our self-awareness. Because, as it was already mentioned, in order to understand ourselves and our results, it is first important to understand our thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Okay, so this was a little bit of theory. Now let's try a little exercise you can try to do in your daily life when you have the time and also while trading. Because with practice, you can build your skill of self-awareness. At the beginning, it can be difficult, especially if it is a new thing for you. However, with time, it gets easier and you can really benefit from it. Now, please, begin to focus on my instructions and questions. Are you fully focused? Look around you. Where are you? What is your environment? What are you doing here? Now, I want you to concentrate exclusively on yourself. Inhale, exhale. Think about your body. How does it feel? Do you feel comfortable or is there anything unpleasant? What about your back? Does your neck hurt? Now concentrate on your breath. How are you breathing? Can you breathe freely or do you feel any tension in your chest? What about your legs and your hands? Do you feel relaxed? Perhaps you are wondering why we started to talk about the body. It's because our body is a valuable source of information. Sometimes you can even recognize just by observing your own body that you are experiencing feelings like being nervous, anxious, or other emotions. So let's move on to your emotional state now. How do you feel? How is your day today? Has something happened which has affected your mood? How would you describe your current mental state? Is it focused, tired, distracted, or maybe excited? Are you aware that you are feeling any type of emotion like sadness, joy, anger, frustration, or maybe even fear? If so, try to catch this feeling and think about it. Where it might be coming from. What are the reasons behind these emotions? Our mental state also consists of thoughts. What are you thinking about right now? Maybe you have some ideas about this course. Perhaps you are thinking about what you are gonna have for dinner. If I find out that I'm thinking about something other than what I'm doing, it's a sign that I'm not fully focused on the activity I'm doing. And if I'm not fully focused, I can deliver my peak performance in trading, but also in everyday life. Let's try to apply what we just went through. Think about your trading process. It is crucial to bring awareness all the time. We must be as aware of what we are doing while trading as, for example, when we are driving a car. Otherwise, we don't know what we are doing and it can negatively impact our performance. Now, please, try to recall. How do you feel before placing a trade? What are you thinking about? Do you have any expectations about the outcome of the trade? Got it? Nice. Now imagine that the trade is open. What are your usual feelings during the time? What are your thoughts? How do you react when the price is approaching your stop loss level? Are you aware of any changes in your body? What about when the price is nearly hitting your take profit and then starts to reverse? What are your emotions at that moment? What do you usually do? Now, imagine the trade has finished with a stop loss. What is your typical reaction? Are there any specific thoughts coming to mind during that time? Do you have any emotional reaction? What if the trade would finish with a take profit? What is your usual reaction after winning trade? Think about your thoughts, emotions. And now, think about the reviewing of your trade. Think about what you think is important to focus on. While reviewing the trades, it may be quite difficult if you do not have any record of things you've been aware of. Now, try to imagine the first trade before your last trade. What symbol did you trade? What were the reasons for taking that trade? What were your thoughts during the trade? How did you feel after? Perhaps you are not able to remember now, and that is totally fine, as that is how the human brain works. We simply cannot remember everything. However, that is why we should journal it. Thanks to journaling, you may realize where the mistakes were made and also discover patterns in your thinking, feeling, and behavior. Perhaps you may even discover some bad habits you wouldn't ever think of. It also helps to organize your thoughts and get a better understanding of your actions in general. Because, as you may know, there is a difference between thinking about something, writing it down, or saying it out loud. Journaling is one of the best tools when it comes to bringing awareness, because most likely we're not going to remember what happened during every single trade. Without our notes, we won't understand what happened and why we made the decisions we made. It could happen that you would be even consistent when it comes to reviewing of your trades, but it would be very difficult to find out, for example, why did you decide to cut that position earlier at that moment? Plus, if you are gonna journal in between your sessions, maybe it will help you prevent such unwanted impulsive actions. You can journal your own way, or you can use our FTMO journal, where everything is already prepared and easily accessible in your client area. As you can see, you can put here reasons for taking the trade, your type of signal, and other notes which you may find important, such as your thoughts, emotions, etc. Often, those traders who journal tend to focus on what already happened and journal everything just after the session, or at the end of the day, or they would just take a screenshot while opening the trade and after closing the position. However, to enhance the awareness, you should record your notes before and within the process as well.